Okay, so last night I made the mistake of having audio issues. I still had a 4 hour stream, had no clue that some people couldn't hear my gameplay or anything like that. So I'm making this video. I know people can hear my voice at the beginning, and I will make a highlight of certain things. But the game sound is amazing, and I feel like you guys missed out from the immersion of the experience. Um, but once again, I want to just kind of go over some basics of where Winds meets. So let's start off with, what is this game? Well, this game is very unique because right now I'm in solo mode. So if you look up here, it says solo mode. You can play this game solo. You can play co-op, which means you can invite up to 3 friends to join you. Kind of like if you would play like Diablo or Destiny or something like that, except you don't see other people in the world. Then you can do multiplayer. Multiplayer puts you into like this MMO light atmosphere. There's also PvP, which is pretty dope. The PvP, they have two different types of PvP. So if you go to Wandering Paths and you go to Arena, you have 1v1, but it's only for certain times of the day. So it's from 3 to 9 p.m. if you're not familiar with 24-hour time. Or they have it listed there too. So, and that's for mountain time because I am mountain time. So it would be 2 to 8 p.m. Pacific time. Because I know mountain time is very weird, not many people are familiar with it. So besides that, you have that. This one right here is the fun. I have been having a lot of fun with this. It's Perception Forest. You have solo queue, you have duos or flex, which is 5-man teams, and they'll fill it with randos if you don't have the people. It's kind of like Fortnite. You start off with 2 random weapons, and they're both gray. So like even if my build is what it is in the game, that mode will start you off with random ass weapons. The weird thing is that they don't have dual blades in there. So like I use dual blades, and I have the tank sword. They do not use dual blades in PvP, and I think because dual blades is pretty OP, at least in PvE it is. Um, but they give you 2 random weapons. You find upgrades just like you would in Fortnite. It's kind of just like every sort of I'm trying to think of the term right now. It's just like every other survival, mass multiplayer um, shooter. But instead of it being a shooter, you have your wuxia stuff. It's wuxia combat. They do have some ballistas set up, like huge ass ballistas that you can use too. But good luck hitting somebody with those if you can. You are freaking amazing. But if you do hit somebody with those, they do a lot of damage. But no, it's really cool because it's not just you versus players. The reason it reminds me of Fortnite is because there is some PVE bosses, PVE thing like mobs out there that if you kill them, you get certain rewards. You get missions to kill certain PVE bosses, or you get PVE, or you get missions to kill player. It's a lot of fun. It's like a wuxia version of Fortnite, and they knocked it out the park in my opinion. It still has a little bit of bugs here and there, but it's not game breaking. It's a whole lot of fun. Moving on from like what this game is with all that, you have a main story. You have so let me show you like quests, and the reason why they call it Where Winds Meets is because they want you to have the freedom to do whatever you want. So if I look right here, you have in progress. So I have lost chapters. Lost chapters give you certain things, right? They give you these rewards. Chapter XP or character XP. You get, exploration. Exploration is big in this game because it does unlock some cool stuff. You also get Echo Jade. Echo Jade is important in the game, but they throw so much at you. So you have your main story quest, and this doesn't unlock until the 24th. So one cool thing about the game, I know some people don't like it. I think it's a cool aspect because I don't feel pressured to play 24/7 unless I'm really digging the game, which I do, and I do play a lot. But first day that I played, I don't know if it's like this for any new people coming onto the game now. So if it is like this, please let me know, like in a comment or something. But the way it started, day one, you could only make it to level 20. And then day two, you could get to level 30. And then they waited a couple days, brought it up to level 40. Now we're 50. And then today, around 1400 or 2 p.m., my or Pacific time, I think they're opening the level cap to, I think, maybe 55. They might open it to 52, 53. I don't know, but they're slow rolling it, and they're slow rolling the content that they're releasing. Mind you, this game has been in China for I think a year now, maybe a little over a year. So they're well ahead of us. They have all the content lined up for us, but they're just rolling it out to make sure people slow down their pace of play and kind of explore the world instead of like story, 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 get my levels up. And another cool thing is when you do level up, you don't necessarily get enlightenment points. You do them for completed quests and stuff, but you can level up and not get these points. And these points will be your talent points. That there's just a lot. The character depth is huge. So if you go to develop, and if I go to, what is it, talents. This is where your talent. This is where enlightenment is. I'm almost there for another one, and I'm hitting the edge of this right here. So, I mean, I think the goal, like, and I skipped these ones right here because I'm trying to unlock this right here because it gives me my last slot for my mystic, which to me is important because you'll have enough to where you'll have 8 mystic skills, and they're actually pretty cool. I should be using them more than I do, to be honest. Um, but you also have like affinity damage, affinity rate, immune to a single instance of damage exceeding 30%. So like that's pretty cool. That could save your ass. But you also have this right here too, like max physical attack. So these are very important, and you don't get them just by leveling up. You get them by exploring the world. You get them by doing like exploration quests and things like that. And the side quests in these games, and I know a lot of people will just skip story quests and things like that. They actually have some meat to it. They actually are pretty in depth. Which is why I'm sad that the audio didn't work last night, because I did a couple that surprised the hell out of me last night, and a couple of secret dungeons that surprised the hell out of me last night. But talents, you have, like I said, your basic, your arena, you have season rewards. I don't think they started the season yet, but actually I think I did get one of these right here. So this is interesting. You have conversion rate, you have, okay, increased damage dealt. Holy cow. So that's pretty cool. Boss fights. So like I did this boss a couple times, and it tells you what you need to do. And so you get buffs when fighting the boss. I'm sure they're going to come out with more difficulties for them. But then you get this at the end of it, because you're able to learn some of these guys' like good moves at the end of the day. So some of these guys have some crazy moves, and you can pick them up in PvP, that Fortnite thing. I mean, pick them up in the Fortnite deal. You're able to, your guy transforms into them or does like a crazy ass animation PvP. It's insane. But they could swing the tide of battle. Now gear, I don't chase metas. I do what I think is fun for me and what helps the people I play with. So I do have the tank sword. And this right here is the tank sword. Actually, a better shot of it would be abilities. This is the tank sword right here. So this ability right here, you'll look in the upper right, he sucks people in and he hits them. Now, since I am part of the Well of Heaven faction, I get a nice little bonus attack after this. And then you have a shield that generates. The shield grants 25% of your max health for 8 seconds and increases fighting spirit by 2. But this is huge because like I'm able just to sit there and face tank stuff. This one right here just helps you switch your weapons. It's a cool little deal. Now you have a charge skill, and this kind of reminds me of the Monster Hunter with the Greatsword, but just a little more mobile. And then you have your light attacks. Light attacks with this, like they're okay, but if you're really swinging this, you might as well. You don't even need to charge it. You just tap the heavy attacks. They do a lot more, at least with my experience. Now the twin blades. I love these. This move right here is okay. Like you'll see him, he'll throw his blade out. It doesn't go very far, but it just spins there, and it does do a decent amount of damage. This one right here is pretty dope because it'll knock somebody back. And you'll see some of this when I do stream later on. This one right here, you go into a berserk mode and you do a crazy combos when you're in this mode. So if you notice, there's no heavy attack. You enter a mode, and the way you get the mode is when your flame is full, and that's by hitting the enemy. Light attack with this is actually very useful because it's very quick and it does stack up pretty well. One thing, and I'll get to it later, because you don't start with all this stuff. You do get like your immortal dart, rope dart. Like you have to either steal it or whatever. Like not the weapon, but like the technique. So like the Mortal Dart looks really cool. I haven't been able to make it work. I've just like I need to get better with my skills on it. But like this one right here is pretty cool. It consumes a token of gratitude to summon a rat that assists you in combat. So I gotta see how many tokens I have because I haven't really used this yet. And then you have this right here. This is the blade bound thread, and it pulls into you like Scorpion, then you kick them, which is pretty dope. This right here, you just kind of speed it up, it charge stance, and you gain tenacity. And there's a couple other abilities you get with it. Now the heavy swing, it's just kind of like that thrust. It does a pretty cool little deal. Nameless Spear you start out with, and with it, you kind of just this is I'm not a big fan of this move. It thrusts, and I get it. You entered an unrival state, but like it's just not very like mobile. This right here is a pain in the ass if you hit somebody with it, because this will immobilize somebody for 2 seconds, unless there's a cooldown to kind of counter this. But you can't. This is really good in PvP if you're in a group and more than one of you have it, because one person does it, and if the person pops their cooldown, another person does it, they're frozen there, and you just wail on them. It's pretty annoying, but PvE, like it does some cool stuff. It's just not one of my favorite weapons, but I know it's pretty dope because like you do get some really cool attacks with it. This is a light attack. Light attack's pretty cool. The heavy attack, you charge it up, but it just does this, and it looks really really cool. Um, it it's pretty satisfying when you hit a creature with it. It just kind of doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but if you get him to stay there for a minute, it will grind him down. This right here is the tanking spear. So you see this symbol right here. So like that symbol right there is tank melee combat. Um, so that's what these two are, the tank weapons. I don't run them both because you do need to do some damage. And the tank weapons do a decent amount of damage, but I also like mobility. And I'll get why I have one DPS weapon with me in a second. So this one right here is this fighting spirit. This one actually like goes, it's like a gap closer. It's pretty dope. This one right here is cool, but you see how it kind of pauses there for a minute. Animation, you kind of get stuck there for a second. People will wail on you. Spear light attack, you see it looks pretty dope, but it's not really as fast. The drum beat is pretty freaking sick though. So he thrusts, does his little combo, and then thrust again. That one's pretty dope. Now, you have the strategic sword, which is pretty cool. This is kind of like, he backs up. This is kind of like getting you some space between you and the enemy, and it does the damage at a range. You also have, was it the inner track slash? Like, it's a combo. You keep going with it. It's pretty cool. Like, the swords are pretty cool, and they have some pretty cool little builds with them. And that's the light attack. Light attack is like the animations on this are really good. The charge attack, gap closer, but it does a lot of damage. That one's pretty cool. Nameless sword, honestly, underrated in my opinion. It is annoying when you're trying to just stay up, but he does that little retreat, comes back, slashes them again. This is a nice gap closer, and you're able just to start your combo with it. Light attacks with this are like both swords. Light attacks are definitely worth it when stuff's on cooldown. This right here is really cool though, because you can unlock an ability later. So it shoots a wave that will damage somebody at ranged, and once you level it up, you can unlock a trait with it where instead of it shooting one wave, it'll shoot 3 waves, and it looks really cool. The umbrellas are honestly OP. Obviously, I don't have them unlocked. And this is what we're going to talk about. Because the umbrella, you have a DPS version. This Gantlet gun in PvP is crazy. It's so good. And then you have this one right here. See how that hit him at range? If you hit somebody like I did, like I think I took off 1/3 of someone's life in PvP with this move. It's wild. Their light attack is pretty cool, but you see how it shoots stuff? So it's like a hybrid, like it's a ranged weapon in a sense. And this is, like I said, the DPS version. You do have the healing version. And the healing version is pretty sick because you'll see this thread go to this person and it's on itself, and you do light attacks, you're attacking while getting healed. So there is a really good combo, in my opinion, tank sword and umbrella, the healing umbrella, or the healing fan. And you got somebody who is almost unkillable. They might not kill you very fast, but they're almost unkillable. If you're in group PvP, they will be able to suck everybody in, heal themselves while their teammates decimate you. Next, we have the healing fan. This is probably, in my opinion, the best healing in the game. So you have this stream of water consuming 50 dewdrops. Dewdrops is like your mana, and applies healing effect for 6 seconds for yourself and allies with the lowest HP, which is cool. And it's like regen. This one right here is the AOE healing, which is really good if you have 2 people on your team, because like I said, the way this game is set up, there's meta builds obviously, but if you're in a group and you have 2 people with like a fan who gets set overlaying AOE heals while you're tanking a boss, or you're in PvP and you're just sitting there face tanking, is really hard to kill you. And then you have your ranged light attacks, and you see it shooting. And then you have heal a selected target for a small amount. So you have 3 different heals that are really good. The Heavenquake Spear, this is another melee DPS. I haven't unlocked it yet, but this one I do kind of want to unlock just to kind of mess with it. You can see it's a lot more flowy. It's definitely less stagnant because I feel like the other spears you kind of get lost sometimes in the animation. But yeah, definitely a lot of AoE power with this. The light attack is pretty decent with this. To me, just has a better flow. And I mean, this is all my opinion, obviously. But this right here is freaking sick. It's just PvP, probably not going to work very much unless you immobilize somebody. If you immobilize somebody, you'll be able to get this off. Now the Inkwell fan, this is the DPS fan. This one right here, it does some cool stuff. So it sends target airborne using special skill, making them more vulnerable to high damage. This right here is a pain in the ass. You could box somebody in. So you see how I put one there? You could literally box somebody in with this move, and they can't get out of it. They're just stuck there. So what the group I play with, what we've only been able to do it, I think, once or twice. Someone has this fan, they box them in with me and another melee DPS, and the guy can't run. And with the tank weapon, I just keep sucking them in, and while the other guy is wailing, and we get him down pretty good. Fan light attack. It's just regular range attacks, heavy attack, launches up to 3 heavy attacks. When the target is airborne, the skill is perceived as an aerial flow up. So that's like kind of run through of the different weapons and it being DPS. Like this is DPS. They have the different, DPS melee. So it's a bamboo cut. That's what these weapons are. You have Silkbind J, because you'll get these chests that will have these names. You'll get Silkbind chest, you'll get a bamboo cut chest, you'll get a stone split chest. So this is how you know what chest you really want to open up, and you'll get a lot of them. And it's like, oh, which ones do I open up? And it's like these chests are important for getting your set pieces and things like that, and they're very easy to get. Like the bell strike. So you see how it's just like it's pretty much 3 different categories, and it gives you recommendation. So I got to do Dragon Breath training. I got it unlocked, but it tells you how to level up your mastery. Right now I'm at 8536. And following this stuff, it gives you tools. It's just like, all right, you want to get up higher, this is how you do it. So like you're not just like, oh, how do I do this? Like this game does a good job at explaining a lot of things, but I do know that it's kind of tough to follow it all. Um, so that's those builds. The inner ways, these are like kind of like traits that kind of help you out. And I'm almost have this one unlocked. This is the one I really want to unlock because it says attacking or healing has a chance to grant one stack of effect, increase your damage healing. So like this is really cool for DPS. This is a really strong deal, and I need 9 of these. I own 0, so this is the moral chant page. But you see this symbol, this little cloud, or little hat thing. Um, if you need to find it, so like I click on it, right? And oh, there's a city merchant that has 9 available. I could go buy it right now. And it shows you on the map in this area where to buy it. So that's pretty freaking cool. So actually I should do that because I did not realize it was from a merchant. But you have different stuff that you can unlock. So as you can see, like, why did I have that one on there? This one right here reduces the endurance cost of movement, mystic skills. Alright, so like obviously I shouldn't have this one on. I should have something else on. So I can have this one on if I'm tanking. I'm trying to look at the symbols that I'm using, but also like there's other things like mortal guidance, spirit, 10% chance to apply poison. So that one's actually pretty good. I'll probably replace this one with this one, and then I want to switch it right there. And that, wow, that took me up 25. That's pretty cool. Now, besides that, mystic skills are important. So the mystic skills you have, see I have level 2, level 3 right here. Or no, this is my bad. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. With these, I'm tier 1 with the Celestial Season. It tells you what it does. It's kind of like Jedi, mind, like not a mind trick, but a Jedi, like telekinesis type move. I did not know you can do that though. You can take someone's weapon? What? Disarm enemies and counterattack them? See, this is why I need to look in the menus more. That is insane. Did not know you can do that. The Tai Chi is really cool. You could throw people so far with this. Like, you could literally throw somebody off a cliff in PvP and you probably kill them like that. Like, it's wild. Meridian Touch. This one right here is like you help people through your journey, PvE, or if you have a buddy who's injured and you are a healer, you're able to heal their ailments with this. Cloud Step is pretty cool. It's kind of like a homing kick. So if like someone's far away from you, or if you have that like that little have like left thumbstick or keyboard, I don't know what key it is, to like go to that point. And if you use it, it will go take you straight to that point. Leaping Toe, that one's alright. I don't really use that too much. Dragon's Breath is freaking dope. And as you can see, this happens in the game. If you have anything with fire and you're swinging it around trees or grass, it will light it all on fire. Drunken Poet, I freaking love. I don't use it. It's not equipped because I need to unlock this, but I'm a big fan of Jackie Chan, Drunken Master. This one right here is a must. If someone tries to stun lock you, you're able to get out. So anybody puts you, and that's that one move with the spear where they try to freeze him and he uses it to get out of it. I just unlocked this one. You're able to go invisible. Very useful. I just unlocked it last night. And I know this is a lot of information. But besides that, that is the breakdown of the skills and everything like that. Now, how do you unlock these skills? A lot of these skills, all you have to do is join what they call a sect. I'm in Well of Heaven. That gave me my tank stuff. So when you join, they automatically give you their ultimate and they teach you their martial arts. Like, you don't need to do anything special, you just join it. There's only certain ones available right now where this game's at. So, and I'll show you that menu in a second. But if you go like, so Well of Heaven is the tank sword. Midnight Blades is the dual blades. And I probably will go back to Midnight Blades later on, depending if they release anything for this, because I usually use the dual blades more often, unless I'm doing certain situations I will bust out the tank sword. Nine Mortal Ways, I actually stole. I didn't join them. I stole the technique by infiltrating their base and watch. They have points where you have to be stealthy. They won't let you kill your way through it. You have to be stealthy, not get caught. And you go watch somebody do the martial arts, and you have a golden circle you'll see, and you have to press the key to learn it. Um, and I think Lone Cloud is the other one that's available. But if you go, let's see, if you go right here, boom, boom, boom. So I'm in Well of Heaven. There's a way to see it though. Well, if I just go here, and I go here, and the ones that are locked, if I hit this, and I'll hit obtain, and it'll show me where to obtain it. So I can totally obtain this right now. And it just says right here. So this one right here, you either need to do a quest. Some of them you have to join a sect. And so that's what you need to do for that one. The other one, let's see, let's do the DPS spear. Heaven Quake spear. So this is the theft deal. So I go up here, I do this for the theft deal. It says locked, I go get it, and I get one of those tomes. But yeah, like this is where I go get it. So I'll see skill theft. I need to go infiltrate them. But it's Raging Tides. Raging Tides is the sect. Which, yeah, right here. Raging Tides is the sect. So if you press space, this is the menu I was trying to get to. It has legacy. So some of these have the legacy, and some of them have status. So the ones with status is the ones you can join right now, and it'll tell you what you need to do. The legacy, it just tells you who their leaders are. You can't join these yet. These are locked right now. This one's locked right now. And it will tell you the rules. It'll tell you the ultimates. So this one, not available yet. So you see how it says not available yet? Oh, this one's strategic sword. I stole that one. But you can't join it, but I did steal that one. Let's see, this one, if you can steal it. Nope. Let's see. Yep, you can steal this one. So this is the, I think the DPS one. Nine Mortal Ways. I stole theirs. There's just the rope dart. Mortal Blades. They have the twin blades. And I already got that from them. Raging Tides. They have the Heaven Quake Spear. And the Stormbreaker Spear. So I got this one. I did not get this one. Silver Needle. Their ultimate is the Healing Fan and the Inkwell Fan. So, and you can also go sectless, but sectless, the advantage, unrestricted, not bound by sec rules, because you do have rules to follow. If you break the rules, somebody can enter your game and kill you if you have a bounty on you. Or you can get sucked into a PvP mode for people who deserted or broke the rules big time. You get extra martial arts learning costs for all sects, and so like you have your choices. You don't need to join any of them, but there is some benefits. Besides that, we'll go into like I said, the content. So Wandering Paths. You have your arena, you have co-op, have fun, do whatever, or you have some challenges. And so like they got these world bosses, 5 players, recommended mastery levels right here. I'm right here. So I need to level it up a little bit. They'll still, and so they might unlock the level cap up. But see this one, I'm well over it. So that one's good. This is at 51, almost there. So it looks like there's 2 bosses there. Or you could do a joint battle, and then what you do is you go through outposts, and this is a great way to get items to level your characters up. Great way. But you only have so much energy to use. And this is what it does. My next recharge is in 40 seconds, so awesome. I will be fully charged in 8 hours. But there's also items you can earn or buy from a vendor that will replace energy. Definitely important. Do not waste your energy just on any day. We're waiting for content to be released, and then we're going to farm the new outpost because this should be dropping the items we need to level up our gear. Um, you have bounties. You have, I mean, there's just a lot. Is there a shop? Yes. But I will say the only one of the downsides to this game is all the menus. Nothing is really streamlined. If you do something, you'll unlock something in the battle pass. You'll unlock something over here. You'll unlock something up here. You'll unlock something in the map. There will be red dots on them, but sometimes the red dots don't give you everything. So I got my sign-in bonus. OT missed rewards. Okay, let's do it. So let's make up for that. So I got some ebon iron. Let's make up for this. And that's why it's important to stay on top of it. And then we have here, you can go challenge campaign. So do I have anything? Yes, I do. So see how it's not really like, I see a red dot here. Do I click this? Some of them have claim down here. Let's see. This is just to participate. I have one of those. Okay, I'll take that. 2,000 coin. Let's see this. See participate. Another one. Participate. Path of the Strong. Ooh, I get to claim all. So let's see. Oh, I got some cool stuff. I got straw shoes. Apparently. So like you earn stuff like, and they sell this stuff in the store, but you can earn it like through this stuff. So like I said, like all that stuff, and that's the events. They have recommended stuff. I haven't bound my email yet or my Discord. I need to do all that. I'm probably just buying the Discord, but you get bonus stuff for it. But yeah, that in a sense is what that looks like. Now reconnect my controller because I'm a controller guy, and I know some of you that's sacrilegious for playing on a PC, but it is what it is. So the combat. This is the tank sword. Now when I type out mobility, I can't double jump with this. I take out my dual blades. I could double jump. I can actually triple jump. I'm just afraid my guy's gonna fly right now when I do it. Single player mode, you have a choice to turn on a parry, and you can use the parry if you want. I have it turned on my single player mode, but I think I'm gonna end up turning it off because when you play multiplayer mode, that is gone. The parry system is gone, and you just have to look for the cues and time it out yourself. And it can be quite challenging, but it's pretty dope. Oh, cool butterflies. Open this up for me. So, just little stuff like that going on. Now the flying is pretty dope. You'll unlock that later on. Wonder if I can even fly here. Let's see. We go to develop. Let's go here. Let's go movement. All right. Cooldown's 1 second. So I'll measure. So it depends on where I'm at. So let's see where I'm at. So yeah, I'll go over here. Let's go over here. I should be able to fly. See if that does something for me. Oh, did not want to go underground. That's my bad. So let's see if I can do it now. There we go. This is the flying. I gotta figure it out a little more. But you can fly. I'm gonna fly over here. Then your guy just kind of coasts a little bit. And then when you come down, just make sure you you do that landing, because if not, if you fall from a great height, you will break a bone. You'll need somebody to heal you. But I hope this stuff kind of helps you guys start out. I'll be putting more videos up. But yeah, I mean, if you guys have questions on anything, any other videos you want, I'm still new to doing this, and I'll start like trying to get better about putting overlays and things like that on these videos. But hopefully this does help you out, and hopefully you guys try the game. The game is free, so there's no reason not to try it. If this is something you think you might like, definitely try it out. But have a good one, everybody, and hopefully I'll see you guys later.